Hello, welcome back to the TOGA channel. I'm Mac, I'm one of the commentators at TOGA. We're having a very quick look at the new GT2 pack which was released by Kunos today, which is 24th of January 2024. It's priced at $14.99, that's British pounds, which I think is quite reasonable. It contains 6 cars, 1 new track, and a couple of menu changes. The menu changes will be for everybody, but the DLC pack will have the cars. So let's run through the cars. The first one's the Audi R8 LMS with a 5.2 litre V10 rear mid-mounted engine with 640 brake horsepower. KTM Expo with a 2.48 litre turbocharged straight 5 with 600 brake horsepower. The Maserati has got a 3 litre V6 twin turbo rear mid-mounted engine with 630 brake horsepower. We then have the Mercedes AMG, which is a 4 litre twin turbo V8 front mounted with just over 700 brake horsepower. We then have the Porsche 991 GT2 RS Club Sport Evo, which is a mouthful. It's a 3.8 litre 6-cylinder boxer rear-mounted engine with 700 brake horsepower. And then there's another Porsche, which is a 935. It came out in 2019 and it's a 3.8 litre 6-cylinder boxer, the same as the 991. It's got 700 brake horsepower and it just looks amazing. I've tried out all the cars and I have to say I love them. The difference between GT2, GT3 and GT4, the GT2 cars corner like the GT4s because they don't have as much downforce on them as the GT3s do, but the GT2s are faster in a straight line than the GT3s, so it's a hybrid mix between the two and surpassing that as well. All cars have got traction control, but only some of them have maybe 1 or 2 full settings, whereas others maybe have 5 or 6. I have to say, having driven all of them, the majority of them you can start pushing quite early on, whereas people who have started in ACC know jumping into a GT3 car, it can be difficult, and then you jump into a different GT3 car and it can be just as difficult to try and then grasp that. But I found it was good to try and handle them, and they all have their own characteristics, but once you get used to the characteristics, a couple of laps and you're good to go. The track is the Red Bull Ring, which I am so glad to see this in the pack. It's such a good track, it's beautifully scanned and it just feels like you are there in person. For me personally, in my own opinion, I think the GT2 DLC is worth every penny. Not everybody might agree, however, that is my own opinion. I'm glad I've got it, and we are going to be racing tonight in a community race with the GT2s at Red Bull Ring. TOGA will be setting up a multi-class at some point in the future which may have GT2, GT3 and GT4 all on the same track, which is just going to be insane. So until then, take care, bye bye.